Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reacting to episode 21 of series 2 of Apothecary Diaries, and I'm not happy because we're so close to the end, and I just don't want this to ever stop. I don't want to have to wait until October. It's going to be worth the wait, but I don't want to. This has been such an amazing series, and I've enjoyed the story and the political intrigue and the tension and the slow burn dynamic between Jinchi and Mao Mao. I just don't want it to end. And the worst part is that I can't even read the light novels in order to satiate the urge for this story because I can't read too far ahead. So I have series 1 and series 2 in the light novels, but I'm scared to read them because I feel like I'll get to the end and then be like, what if I just read series 3? Which I don't want to do because it's going to spoil my reaction because I'm going to have some prior knowledge as to what's going on. So I'm not going to do that. Thankfully, I have some very long book series to kind of keep me occupied. So I am going to read series 1 and series 2 in the light novels, but I'm trying to hold off until like September to read them because then at least I don't have that long to wait until series 3. And then that means once series 3 is done, I can buy the light novels for series 3 and then read that closer to the time for series 4. I'm trying to be smart about it. I'm trying to pace myself, but I am currently reading the Red Rising saga. So I'm on the 4th book, which is Iron Gold. So I've read the first 3, I'm on the 4th. There's 2 more books of that. So they are quite long books as well. I still have that series, and then I want to read Mistborn, and then I want to read the trilogy of Lies of Locke Lamora. So that's also 3 books. Mistborn is 3 books, and then there are another 3, but it's like Saga 1, Saga 2. So technically you're supposed to read the first 3 of Mistborn, then I think it's the first 3 of Stormlight Archives, and then the next 3 of Mistborn. There's like a specific order that you are technically supposed to read them in, but it doesn't really matter if you don't read them. It just gives you more context if you read them that way. But what I'm saying is that I have quite a few books that I can delve into, but I still just don't want this to be over. It's so good. And we're going to war as well. And it's going to leave on this, like, what's going to happen next moment? Because I don't think it's going to end with Shishu and Shenmei. I don't think the war is going to stop there. I think it expands out beyond them because Isla is supplying them from the west. So obviously they have backing. There is movement from elsewhere that are heavily involved too. So I feel as if this is just the tip of the iceberg, that there's layers to it. And we might see Jinchi in armor, which is going to be really freaking cool because he is being asked as the crown prince to rally this army and to lead this army, showing that he is stepping into his position. But it also is so huge in the fact that he's actually going to make it known who he really is. He's going to step out into the public and take command and take charge. This is insanely huge for him, but also everyone is finally going to see who their crown prince is, who he actually is. And they're going to know that Jinchi the eunuch was actually the crown prince all along. But I am so hyped. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how all of this comes together. I can't wait to see how they leave us wanting more. Also to see Mao Mao and Jinchi reunited and her finally stop gaslighting herself because she's not going to be able to deny it when he rocks up with this army and fully decked out in this royal regalia to make it known who he is and why he's coming. Oh, but also they're gonna know how important Mao Mao is because he is doing this for her on the request of the La family, meaning he is very much choosing a side in this. He is siding with them against the Shi clan, which is huge. It's huge. It's going to create a power vacuum. I'm just so excited. I'm not going to ramble though. We're going to get into the episode because I imagine there's going to be a lot to discuss. Every episode so far has been super, super long because there's been so much going on. And I imagine this one's going to be no exception. So without further ado, let's get into episode 21.
事実、水霊はその薬で蘇った。前任の薬師はやはり優秀だ。
I think it was the doctor that was banished.
飲むだけで10歳若返るような不老の
Yeah, because she's vain. That's impossible to do. Oh, the little rats. Yeah. They don't deserve this for her vanity.
薬師としての矜持がある。
Oh, she's happy that she's actually trying. She's going along with it, which means it's saving her skin in the long run. Lolan's happy because she knows Mao Mao is going to be safe so long as she complies.
また怒られてる。
He's always getting scolded.
されるのによく飽きないな。下に工房でもあるのか?
Gunpowder? Sulfur? Possibly. Oh, is that a hint? That potentially her way of getting out of all this is an explosion?
逃げろ。見張りは追い返せる。いや、逃げろってどこへ?
That's a good question, but it's the fact that she can pick the door.
お前の差し金か!
Oh!
おびき寄せる。ねえ。
Oh! He wants to help her.
何のことかな?
He really likes Mao Mao. No, of course she didn't.
ガキなりに私を助けようとしてくれたんだよな。
Oh, he's so cute.
俺は遊んでただけだよ。
She still has the mark from Shenmei's on her cheek.
本当か?
はい。
今後は怪しい真似はするな。
わかった。
あれは確かに。
これ以上騒ぎにするな。わかるだろ。
They're playing on their fear of Shenmei. Oh, he wasn't doing his job.
水霊がいてくれて助かった。
And Surei's like, well,
楽直。
do you want me to tell Shenmei? And then Shenmei's fucking here. Oh! I hate you. Oh, that is his mother.
今日が薬師の部屋の前で遊んで見張りの邪魔。
Oh, she's trying to protect him.
事情を聞いています。
あら、悪いことをしたの?
She doesn't want Shenmei to punish him.
お尻を少しぶった方がいいかしらね。
Not with those nails, jeez.
些細なことで大騒ぎしたもの。
She's gonna punish the guard instead.
違います。
水ろうで反省してもらおうかしら。
そんな。
She just enjoys it. She gets off on it. She's sadistic.
見張りや強雨のことなんて放っておけば。
She says that and she's gonna do the opposite.
でもイライラする。
The injustice of it.
罰を与えることにしま
ク
しょう。
ソババ
Oh!
え? 小娘!
バカだな。
Oh, I love her.
この砦から逃がすようにと。
I wonder if it's going to become evident that Shenmei actually can't really do anything to her because she's the Khan's daughter. That she can only punish her in so far. Oh, wait, she doesn't know that she's the Khan's daughter because Lolan lied to her. Lolan said that she's just an apothecary and that she's over 30 years old and that they brought her here because she was experimenting on the immortality potion. So Shenmei doesn't actually know who she really is. Surei does and Lolan does, but Shenmei doesn't. So she could still punish Mao Mao. I just see myself so much in Mao Mao because I am very much the same way. Anything that's like not morally righteous pisses me off and I can't keep my mouth shut no matter how much I know I should or that I will get in trouble if I speak up or that it's going to cause more difficulties for me. I can't keep my mouth shut. I have to say something because the idea of somebody abusing their position or abusing power pisses me off so goddamn much that I have to just let it out. So I can relate to Mao Mao like so strongly here because the idea of this woman lording it over everyone, getting off on the idea of making people suffer and beg for forgiveness, beg for mercy would irk me so goddamn much. And it just comes right down to the core of who Mao Mao is that we've known from series one. She constantly says she's not going to get involved, that it's not her business, that she doesn't care. And it's never the truth. She does care for people more than she realizes, but because of her traumatic upbringing and this idea that if she cries, no one's going to attend to her needs, she's not grown up understanding emotions properly. She just puts it down to being pissed off at this behavior rather than realizing it is because she actually genuinely feels empathy and care for those around her who are being used or abused. It's because she doesn't understand the feelings enough to put a name to them because of how she grew up, because she has learned to become emotionally detached to the extent that she doesn't quite understand these emotions, only that she feels them so intensely enough that she has to do something about it. Oh, Shenmei really fucking irks me. But it makes me so sad that his mother's there. And based on like the scent that was in the room, and she was pleasing a man on the bed. So that must have been her in the previous episode. Shenmei is using her, and I think she's drugging her. But he is obviously noble enough to be called a young sir. So his family is affluent. Where's his father? What happened to his father? Because his father's not around. It's just his mother. And his mother looks not with it.
この
Oh, fuck.
今度のクスシはろくでもないようね。こいつを水ろへ。
やっぱりおとなしくしておけば。
シェンメイ様。
勝手に動いてはダメ。
What the fuck? Why did you do that? Oh my god.
高貴な血が流れていようと、一度汚れた血が混じったらおしまいね。
水霊なりに責任を感じてるのかもしれない。
ここまでお前を連れてくるつもりはな
Yeah,
かった。
she didn't want to bring her here. She wanted to protect her. Everything Surei has done up until this point has been to try and keep Mao Mao safe, has been to try and protect her. Likewise, Lolan has been doing the same because both these girls know what it's like to be at the mercy of Shenmei, to be abused by her, to be punished because she gets off on it. I hate the way she speaks about Surei's mother, because obviously this noble blood she's referring to is likely Shishu because of Shishu's connection to her family and being adopted, and she likely sees her mother as trash. But truthfully speaking, the more superior blood is actually her mother, because her mother is a direct daughter of the previous emperor. She is the granddaughter. She is royal by that bloodline. And I think Shenmei secretly knows that and is just angry and resentful because she symbolizes to her a betrayal by Shishu, but also the fact that her grandmother was her servant who was visited by the emperor is also a snub to her, that she wasn't as beautiful or valuable. But from what we can see, Shenmei was older when she went, and Tai Hao was a young girl. So obviously the emperor's tastes are for young girls. So of course he's going to overlook Shenmei, but she's still not going to take that lightly because she is very vain. Everything is tied to this idea of being above those, of being more desirable, especially because she is from the Shi clan. She is a daughter of the Shi clan, so it's even more annoying for her that she isn't looked at by him, that she doesn't get his attention and therefore doesn't get the opportunity to gain power and status that comes with being intimate with the emperor and being high ranking. But yeah, I feel so sorry for Surei and Lolan. Both of them are just trying to keep Mao Mao safe. And I love that even Mao Mao was able to see it in that moment, that Surei really doesn't have a choice. She can't do anything. She is powerless in this situation because of how Shenmei treats her. She's such an ass. I hope Shenmei gets pushed off a high bridge or off the top of the fortress at this point, I would celebrate.
お母様、私、あれを使いたいです。
ああ、待望のことね。明
What the
暗だわ。
fuck's the tie bond?
一度試してみたら効果てきめんだったもの。
Why would Lolan bring that
な
up?
んだ。
Why would she suggest it? But clearly it's terrifying because Surei's had to go through it herself. Is it connected to snakes? Because we saw Surei beginning to have a panic attack when they came across that snake. Did they put you in a room with a snake?
悪く思うなよ。
Yeah,
あん
it's
た
gonna
に
be
は
a
助けて
snake.
もらったが、神明様の命令だ。
So what did he say to her there? I owe you for saving me, but I'm under Lady Shenmei's orders. So even he's like, I'm so sorry, I can't help you. I want to, but I can't because I'm scared of her. Is this perhaps Lolan's idea of a better torture than the water? It's a snake. It's a snake, isn't it? It is a
古代
snake.
の狂った王が行った処刑法だ。
That's why Surei's terrified of snakes.
道理で水霊が蛇を怖がるわけだ。
Whereas Mamao knows how to handle snakes. That's why Lolan suggested it, because it was better than the water treatment. Oh, Mamao, she's like, and this is a challenge that I take personally. She's roasting them, isn't she? Snack.
何やってんだ？
塩持ってませんか？
あるわ
I
けねえだろ
love her.
つうかお前、それ。
蛇です。
よく平気でいられるな。
Because she deals with poison all the time.
鈍いですから。念のため、毒のあるものは先に閉めて。
俺、来た意味あったのかよ。
This wasn't even a punishment for Mamao. This was just fun.
水霊さんとガキに頼まれたんだよ。お前さんを助けてやってくれって。あのガキなんて、水の
Oh,
玉飾りまでくれてよ。
they're risking so much to help her.
もうこんな場所やってられねえ。砦は大騒ぎだ。お
Uh-oh.
かげでここまで忍び込めたけどね。俺はもう
It's the army. He's like, I'm fucking out. I'm not dealing with this.
人が多いし、もし爆発でもしたら巻き込まれ。
ありがとうございます。反対側
She's
の階
like,
段ですね。
ooh,
おい
an explosion?
俺は止めたから
A
な
way to get out? Hmm. This might be useful.
だいたい火薬のそばで火を使うなんて
Recipe for a disaster.
まずい。
今すぐここを離れなさい。
お嬢様、どうして？
この砦は戦場となり落ちるでしょう。その前に逃げなさい。
She's trying to help them. She's not doing this because she's ordered to. She's doing this because she knows her mother sees them as disposable.
お嬢様？
あなたも早く
She's gonna blow it up. That's why she's like, you need to go.
頑張って逃げてね。本気ですか？
Oh my god. Well, there goes the gunpowder for the fifers. But also the evidence of what they were doing too. But it's the fact that she was helping them. She didn't have to tell them to get out and leave or give them money. She did it because I think she genuinely does care.
ローラン。
あれマオマオ、なんでいるの？怪我はない？大
Oh.
根、マオマオなら平気だと思ったんだけど。
I knew.
美味しかった。
意味わかんないからそれ。
こんなん
I
で
could
虫食べ
cry.
る人に言われたくない。
They really are good friends.
砦から出よ
Maybe leave. Maybe go. I think she's gonna try and protect Lolan as much as she can from
私は行か
the
ない。
army.
まだやることがあるから。ついてくるの？今なら逃げられるのに。
She won't abandon
う。バカ
her.
だとは思う。ローランは大切にされてるように見えたけど。
Do you not remember her telling you that she gets beaten? Oh, she probably thinks that was just a story that she made up as part of her servant guys.
お母様にとってローランはお人形なんだ。可愛くて 何でも言うことを聞くお人形。
She's so much more than that. That's what's so heartbreaking.
お姉
また来たのか。
様、私も手伝う。姉様と一緒に。
That's why she started
何を怠けているの？
putting on the servant guise so she could spend time with her sister.
さっさとお茶を持っておいで。
お母様は下女の格好をした私に気づかず、
Because she wasn't wearing the makeup.
姉様はずっとお母様にいじめられていた。姉様の母様もきっと私のお母様にいびられて死んだの。お父様が姉様を引き取った時、親子2代で私を愚弄するのか、娘も何をするかわからないバイタだ。
There we go. Both mother and daughter daring to insult me, the whore, because she blames the daughter and Tai Hao for insulting her pride and reputation. I think that's Shishu in the background. I think he deep down did care for Surei and her mother because he didn't have to bring her back into the family after her mother's death, but he chose to do it out of some act of empathy. This isn't me saying that he's a good guy, because he's far from it, but I think possibly that was his way of trying to give her a better life than what she'd already been living. But he's still an absolutely horrendously shit father in that he allows his daughter to be abused and used as a servant, even though she's from a royal bloodline, even though she is his daughter and he claimed her enough to give her the character of their clan. And she was living a life of luxury before Shenmei arrived back, before Shenmei was gifted to him. So I think in his weird way, having them cast out as servants was still a way of keeping them safe and away from Shenmei's abuse, in as much as he could keep them away. But we know that the bullying still continued and Surei lost her mother. But that just confirms that Surei's mother is the banished princess, because obviously the whole tirade of the mother and then the daughter, she's not on about Surei. She's on about Tai Hao and Surei's mother, because she's the banished princess. That's the daughter that was born of Tai Hao having intimacy with the emperor. Therefore, Shenmei was insulted twice by mother and daughter, because Tai Hao got the emperor's attention when Shenmei couldn't, and then the daughter had a child with Shishu, who she was engaged to. So that confirms the family dynamic.
地獄かと思った。
You were in hell.
高貴な血が流れていようと、一度汚れた血が混じったらおしまいね。
水霊はもしかして。
Royal.
確か。
God, the music is so good.
そう。その人が姉様のおばあ様。
I knew it!
お母様
I
が
was
東京にいた時の次女だったんだって。
水霊には皇族の血が流れているのか。
She's Jinshi's cousin.
怪談話が好きな人だったと聞いたわ。前にそれで窒息しかけたけど、そのおばあ様の仕業だったのかもね。私はお母様の娘だもの。
You are not
すごく
her,
憎かったと思
Lolan.
うの。幽霊になっても殺そうと思うくらい。
No. It just was a coincidence. I don't think she knew who you actually were.
お母様がお父様と結婚したのは、ローランを産むためだったの。お母様の復讐のためだけに。お前が新しい王母になればいい。お母様はずっとそう言っていたわ。
何と呼ぶのが正解かわからない。
She wants her dynasty to take over. That's the real her. You know it, Mermel.
止水。
Oh! Because Lolan's the doll. Shisui is who she really is. I'm gonna cry.
題材の材料が出回ったの。止水も持ってた。前に止水がしてた怪談話。スズムシの妻が夫を食べる話。高級というカゴの中でいずれ子を産み 帝を食らう自分を虫に例えて。だけど止水はそうなるこ
No.
とを恐れ。
マオマオはほんと鋭いな。
So she did have an abortion because she didn't want to be what her mother
寝
intended.
相悪いの。
Is he dead?
息はないわ。
どういう。
They've poisoned the children because the army's coming.
毒を飲ませたのか。
It's to stop the army from killing them.
薬よ。
It's not medicine.
これだけ派手なことをしたんだよ。一族老頭皆殺し。
This is the painless way out.
母親と寝たいってぐずった子もいたかな。でもそれはできない。この子たちのお母様は私のお母様と仲良しだったから。今日が遅れてきたのはマオマオを助け出そうとしていたからなの。唇を噛みしめて、でも一気に飲み干したのよ。
どうして私を連れてきたの。
He deserved so much better than this. I was hoping he wasn't actually dead, but I think he actually is because he's not breathing. And Mao Mao's angry because I think she knows she's arrived too late to actually help him. And after everything he has done to try and help her, and that's what happens to him is awful. Oh my god. So this confirmed 100% that she did get rid of a pregnancy, that she prevented herself from having a baby because that's what her mother wanted. Her mother wanted her to have a child and become the mother royal so that they can take over and their dynasty can be in control and in charge. So they're essentially the one that rules, and she's using obviously Shishu's lineage as a way to do that because Shishu is from the West and their child also now has the same ability as the Mother Royal, which is very rare. So she sees Lolan as this embodiment of the Mother Royal. I'm heartbroken. That was so sad. Those poor kids and being kept away from their moms as well. And that's how they go because she's saying everyone's going to die when the army takes us. They're going to execute us all. So this is the best way for them to slip into sleep and not suffer the fear and anxiety of seeing the army come and kill everyone they know and love and then eventually them. And it's awful, it's horrible. But I feel like in Lolan's mind that that's the only thing she can do because of everything that's happened. She doesn't see any way out. She doesn't see any way for them to not be punished, for them to not be executed because it's treason. They're going against the emperor. They're trying to take him down and overthrow. Even Mao Mao had talked about that not even the children would be exempt from the execution. The entire clan would be wiped out. And she's heartbroken because I would be too because of everything that he's done to try and help her. And he was such a good kid. I'm hoping there is a way for her to save him because they did say he arrived too late, but it's the fact that he knew and still drank it because he just wanted to be good. That has absolutely broken my heart. I can't actually stop crying. That was just such a rough ending, especially learning the dynamic as to why Lolan switches. Because her mother never recognized her in the servant guise, because she only ever recognized her child when she was adorned in the regalia, adorned in the makeup and the rich clothing and the luxury, but when she's dressed like a servant, she doesn't know who she is, and therefore she can get away with actually interacting with her sister and getting to spend time with her and helping her. She gets to be her true self. She's not Lolan anymore. She's not the puppet. She's Shishui. She's who she's always wanted to be. in those moments. And she's such a complicated character. I feel like everything she does is to try and help and protect people insofar as she can. Again, she's telling the people in the gunpowder room to leave. She's destroying the evidence, but she is helping them get out. She's giving them money because she doesn't want them to be harmed. She's making sure that the children of nobility have, in her mind, a painless death. That doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean I agree with it. I must stress that. But it's, in her mind, a better, more painless way to go. They drift off to sleep. They don't know anything. They don't know any better. And she sees that as helping. She sees that as her way of ensuring a peaceful death in so much as she can control that. She protected Mau Mau from a severe punishment by having her put in with a snake, knowing that Mama would be able to handle herself based on how easily she handled herself with that snake the last time they came across it, and that she's knowledgeable about poison, so therefore she is adept at handling this situation and also recognizing which snake is the poisonous one. So that was her way of ensuring Mau Mau's survival and that she would be safe and unharmed, and she was, thanks to Lolan. And it's the fact that she's even recognizing that she is not this doll. She is a person. She is complex. She has love and care for those around her, even if some of her actions harm others. But what choice does she really have? What has she really been able to do? She's never really been in control. It's all Shenmei. It's Shenmei's desire for revenge. It's Shenmei wanting her daughter to be the next Mother Royal. It's Shenmei wanting her dynasty to be the one that rules and not the Emperor's because of his father having snubbed her and wanting to completely eradicate the entire bloodline as a result. It's Lolan wanting nothing more than to just be who she wants to be, but is never allowed to be that because of the fear of punishment, the fear of her mother striking her and condemning her. The ghost story was definitely an interesting one. I knew it had to have a deeper meaning. I thought it was to do with maybe Shenmei and her need to devour those around her in terms of gaining power, including her husband that she is grasping. But no, it was about Lolan not wanting to give birth in a cage, that the whole intention was for her to be giving birth and devouring the emperor as a result of having a child to boost her legitimacy, and also her position as a high ranking gives her access and intimacy to be able to get rid of him. And if she has a son, that places her in the position of power. Her child would be the one to inherit. So yeah, it's fascinating to see how that story can be perceived multiple ways, but also its true meaning now that Mao Mao has come to discover that she was getting rid of a pregnancy, which again shows that when she does have the choice for agency, that she doesn't agree with her mother, she doesn't agree with everything they're doing. She wants to be free of it. She wants to establish her own individuality and her own independence. And that's exemplified by her not just blindly going along with it. She chose to get rid of a baby because she doesn't want her mother to be able to use and weaponize this child in the same way that she's used and weaponized her. Why would she create this cycle of trauma and suffering again? She doesn't. She's trying to break that cycle, but it's difficult to do when her mother is still this overbearing figure. But the fact the army is coming is going to be very, very intense next episode. Lolan bringing Mau Mau to the room and letting her see what she's done, I think, is to make Mau Mau aware of the severity of the situation, but also I don't know if maybe it's this wishfulness that Mau Mau might be able to reverse the decision she's done, that Mau Mau might be able to save them somehow, but I think even she knows it's possibly too late. And it's just incredibly sad and tragic. All these people suffering because of this woman's need for revenge and her vanity, and it's just heart-wrenching and ties back to this whole concept this season of hurt people hurt people. But I wouldn't even say that Shenmei was hurt. I would just say that Shenmei is very vain, very idealistic, believes herself better than everyone else, and because she was snubbed, thinks that justifies everything she goes on to do. That she's in her right to demonstrate her power and authority. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say for now in relation to this episode. I'm just absolutely in shock. I didn't expect that end scene, so I feel like I've been quite blindsided by that, and that's kind of impacting my ability to actually think about what I want to discuss. And as well, I feel like a lot of this has confirmed points that I've already talked about in previous episodes before we even got to this point. So I feel like I would just be repeating myself and reiterating points because, again, this just confirmed everything I've already theorized and discussed. So I don't really want to like rehash all that out because it is just repeating, but it's just awful. It's so sad. I don't think that's going to be the last time I cry, is it? Especially because we've only 3 more episodes left. There's going to be more tears. I know it. I know it for a fact. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye.